Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Isabella and I am an intuitive empath and Reiki master and teacher. And today I wanted to just stop by quickly before I start my next session, my next healing session. I wanted to stop by and just follow up with the series that I've been posting and recording regarding dark tower moments and the dark night of the soul that so many people are experiencing at this time, and wanted to stop by and check in with you and see how you are all doing. The energies are intense. They are very intense. I felt it very heavily today. It feels really heavy. I feel a lot of chaos energetically, a lot of fear, a lot of desperation, and I'm thinking that it has to do with this energy shift that we're all going through, the 999 portal that we're going through, this full moon in Pisces that's coming on Saturday. Also, tomorrow is Friday the 13th for whoever believes in that kind of stuff. But regardless, the energies have been really heavy, and I woke up this morning feeling the intensity of it, and I am working on continuing to clear the energy. But I wanted to just speak to you a little bit about things that you can do to get through these intense shifting energies, for a lot of the people who are going through these tower moments especially, and being placed in fear and confusion and not knowing what to do. So some of the things that can help, and this is my own personal opinion, and some of the things that I have done that have gotten me through it. But again, these are just things that can help you ease you through it, but you really still need to feel the full effect of it. Sorry to say that, but yeah, you do need to feel the full effect of it, because that's how you're going to gain that clarity and understand what's going on. So there's nothing that's going to remove it from you. But there's things that you can do to ease that energy so that you can get through it a little bit easier. So some of the things that you can do, and what I found to be very helpful, and like I said, I'm sharing this information as I go through the experiences of it as well. I find that the more that you read about it, the more knowledge you'll gain from it to help you understand it a little bit more. And there's so many things on Google. You can just type in tower moments or dark night of the soul and see what comes up for you. And it does really help you to understand a little bit about what's going on, and to understand what it is. You know, as I've been recording in the last few segments in the podcast that I have, I did mention a lot of those things as well. But again, gaining that inner knowledge, you know what they say, knowledge is power, right? So the more information that we receive, the more that we learn, the more that we now strap ourselves with that inner knowledge now, and understanding what it is that's totally going on. Other things that you can do is, for one, you can just allow it to come through, allow it to go through the cycle that it needs to go through. Allow yourself to embrace those changes, as painful as they may be. Allow it to just do what it needs to do so that you can get through it. All right. So like I said, there's no easy pill to take to stop it from happening, because you really do need to feel the full effects of it to gain that knowledge and understanding and have that wake-up call that you can look at and see why things are happening, so you can start releasing all of those things from that cycle that you've been putting yourself in over and over and over. So it is important for us to feel it in its entirety. As much as that is painful, it really is important for us to feel it and to go through it. And it's just like anything else, really. Experiencing it is going to help us understand it, right? So anything, not just this dark moment that we may be going through, but even trying new things. We really don't know what it is going to be like until we actually experience it, right? So we do need to understand that it's important for us to go through this process, because it is going to help us to understand what we need to do and recognize what is going on with us, so that we can make the choice of what we need to do, what we can do, or if we even want to do it. I recommend doing it. You want to do the change. You want to get through the change, because it's really important for you to do that. Otherwise, you're just going to stay stuck there, and it's just going to keep repeating itself over and over and over. Also, what I mentioned, and this came up so heavy today, it's been on my mind, and probably what forced me to come here on video again and speak to you. But with this 9/9 portal, a lot of stuff is coming up to the surface. So again, it's a releasing of old behaviors, addictions, old ways of being, doing, people that are around us that are not really good for us, that are negative, and that just keeping us in a dark, low vibrational energy. And if we continue to stay around those kind of people, we're going to continue to be in this low vibration. We need to gain the strength to walk away from what no longer serves us. And that means certain people and things and situations. But what kept coming up for me, and it's been coming up for a few weeks, but today, maybe because the intensity of this energy is getting really serious, and with Friday the 13th tomorrow and the full moon, getting ready for us to start this new cycle, this new life, a lot of darkness is going to come to light. A lot of our shadow self is going to come up. You're going to recognize and notice things. You're going to want to make changes and shifts, I hope. But also beware of the people around us, the people in our lives that are causing us to stay in this low vibration. I'm finding that there's so many people wearing false masks. And it's not until you start to go through the shift that we're going through right now, where deep in your heart, in your soul, in the core of your soul, that this person really is not good for you. They're not good for you, and you know this. It's just the fear of walking away from it, because it's something that you've been so used to being with. And again, that comes with deeper things, the deeper things that you're dealing with within yourself. That really needs to come to the surface so you can heal it. Just the fact that maybe you just always felt worthless and not good enough and unlovable, and you sabotage yourself. It's self-sabotage, and because you feel that way, and because it's a low vibration, you're going to attract people who make you feel like that even more. And it's kind of like a mirror being held up to our face, showing us, look what's going on here. This person really is not helping you in any way. They're just bringing up these insecurities and these illusions that we created for ourselves, that we let define who we are. They're just making it more obvious and keeping us in that cycle because of the way that we feel. So as we're going through this shift and of this new knowing and releasing this old cycle of us, those people around us, and I see this firsthand, and especially if they see that you're making some changes in your life that doesn't revolve around them anymore, and that they know that you really are serious in taking the next step and releasing that old cycle so that you can start your new life, because you're just sick and tired of it. It's tiring, it's exhausting, it's depressing, it's depleting our energy supply. And we really need to make that conscious decision to let go of it. And that means let go of those people. So what kept coming up for me today, and it's been so heavy on my mind today, is those people are going to start to freak out. Not to scare you, not to worry you, but those people that are used to keeping you in that low vibration and knowing exactly what buttons to push to keep you in that low vibration, they're going to come at you hard, and they're going to try every tactic possible to get you to not make those changes and moves, because that's going to mean they're going to be put out of the equation. And a lot of them, like I said, are using us for certain things. They're really negative. They're codependent of us being in their lives. They're really not serving any purpose other than hopefully one day us recognizing what's truly going on. And this is what this whole cycle is about. It's to recognize that we are more than that. We deserve to be loved and to be with our true love, and the people who are going to lift our vibrations, the people who are going to be give and take, that are going to be in balance with us, that are not going to keep taking, using, manipulating, or using all of these tactics, whether it's sex, whether it's drugs, whether it's addictions. Like, this person probably knows you pretty well, and they probably know what buttons to push and know how to get to you. You just need to recognize what they're doing, because again, they put on this false mask that they care about you and that they love you, and you can't leave them because they love you and they would do anything for you, and you would never ever get the love that you're getting from them from anybody else. And they will, again, they're going to use all kinds of tactics to get to you, because they feel the shift. They feel the shift. And not to say anything negative about that person, because obviously that person is dealing with their own stuff, or not dealing with it more that they're not dealing with it. And they've probably been using sex and manipulation and deception their whole lives to get what they want, because that was the only way they felt fulfilled. All right. So just be aware of that, and don't allow it to stop you from completing that cycle that you're ready to change and leave behind, so that you can move forward now into a happier, more balanced life, or with someone who really truly loves you, that you love back, that you can have a happy life with, even if they're not in your life as of yet. When you make that shift away from that manipulative, deceptive energy, that false mask, you're loving yourself. That's unconditional love. When you can step back from something that is depleting your energy, depleting every part of you, and continuing to lose your soul in the process of this, because you just do not feel good enough about yourself and don't feel like you deserve anything better. And you'll stay there, because again, if it's something that's been in our life from childhood on, it's a deep wound that we have not healed because of the way that we feel about ourselves. And as I always say, and I really stress this, is we are divine beings, and you have the power to change your life if you choose. Okay? You have to be in a place where you are in alignment with yourself, and you know that you deserve more, and you need to take back that power. Don't allow anything or anyone stop you from taking back your power and standing in your power, being that divine being. Don't allow people to take that away from you. You are the only person who can control that. All right? You have the choice of either allowing it to continue or saying, that's it, I had enough. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm worthy of more and better. And all of those experiences that I went through that made me feel this way, that I don't deserve anything better. Or all I know is that negativity and being in that low vibration. I deserve better than that. So it's taking your power back, knowing your worth, and knowing that there is something out there better for you. And when you take back that power and you become in alignment with yourself and know and understand why all of those things happened in your life, you're going to see the truth in those situations. You're going to see through those people and situations. And again, they are going to freak out because you are pulling your energy away from them. Because now you know you are worth more and you deserve better. You cannot let that energy or those people or those situations stop you from continuing to move forward. You can't. You've got to be strong. You need to take back your power and you need to go and create this new life and bring in all of the things that you truly deserve in your life. Because when you create that unconditional love for yourself, which is knowing what is good for you and what is not, and knowing your worth, you're not going to accept anything less. You're going to get tired of the games. You'll be tired of the games by that point. You'll be tired of the consistent deceptions and manipulations and negativity and ups and downs and, oh, they make you feel good and then they make you feel down and then they make you feel good. It's just, you have to be happy with yourself, most importantly. And that means looking at these situations with clear eyes and seeing for what they are really. And you need to start to take those steps to get rid of it, or you're going to just continue that cycle. It's not going to change. It's so important to have this done now in the next few days. I feel like it's important. The energy is like, okay, we need to make these changes now. And that's why they're coming and hitting us so hard. You have to be ready. As painful as it may be, as confusing as it may be, as chaotic as it may be, you need to be able to step away from those situations that are holding you back from being who you truly are. That love, pure love, divine, God, goddesses. You are all of that and more. And you deserve all that you desire. You do. You don't need to be made small or put up with people's bullshit, because it's just bullshit. It's their own insecurities and their own codependencies, because they don't feel good about themselves either. But they don't want to make any changes, because with them, manipulation and all of these things that they've been doing to other people has fed their ego and given them power. Again, whether it's sex, addictions, they know you well enough to know exactly what buttons to push. You have to just be smart and recognize what they are doing. You need to be able to see beyond that mask. And you will feel it to the core, especially when you are rising out of all of this darkness. And when you are rising up out of this darkness as a phoenix rises up from the fire. And you can see and feel and know why all of this is happening and what you deserve. You're going to be able to see right through that person. That's where that clarity comes in. And a lot of times after these dark tower moments, and these dark night of the souls, you do gain that confidence. You do gain that clarity. You do gain that all-knowing that you can see right through that person, and you will no longer allow yourselves to tolerate that type of behavior in your life when you step in your power and you know your worth. Some people will go back and continue. But it's so important for this timeline that we're in right now to really take a stance and step in your power and say enough is enough. I no longer wish to be in that place. I no longer wish to be with someone who just is consistently making me feel like shit or taking advantage of me. Because you're better than that. You're better than that. Do not let anyone or anything take away your power. Take away your peace. See through that shit. Get rid of it. The energy is heavy. This is our test. We're being challenged. So, it's up to you. At the end of the day, it is up to you. Do you want to stay there? Even if it's familiar to you? Or do you want to change? And change means we need to remove ourselves from those type of situations and those type of people. So I don't know why, like I said, it came very heavy, and it was just like gnawing at my gut today. And when that happens, I know it's spirit nudging me. Okay, come on, you have to talk about this. And hopefully I got my message across to you. And I really, it's not to cause problems, or it's really for you to take a look at yourself and see what's truly going on with you. Because at the end of the day, this journey is about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about you and what you choose to do with those lessons that you are learning from those experiences in your life. It's up to you at the end of the day, because this is your journey. Everyone else has their own lessons to learn. So you need to look at yourself. And if you are ready to get out of that place, that stuck place, then you really need to step in your power. Take it. Take that power back and push these people out. Because they're only keeping you in a low vibration. And when we're in a low vibration, we're going to just continue to attract low vibrations. We're never going to get to that high vibration. You want to be around people who are going to boost you and make you feel beautiful and amazing, and who are not trying to take anything from you. They love you dearly. And some people, the negative situations, may use that to get to you. But the truth will come out regardless, because a fake person cannot pretend for that long. Their truth is going to be revealed at some point. You just need to recognize when it's happening. The ones who are there for you, truly there for you, are not going to shift like that, okay? They're going to be there and have your back and be there for your highest and greatest good. They're going to bring out the best in you, not the worst in you. They're going to let you see your truth and what you truly deserve. And they may trigger some things in your life which will confuse you, but in a healthy way, not in a negative way. It's like, when certain triggers happen from somebody else who is divine, and in their divine energy, that are pure love and are serious and are not looking to play games or manipulate or use deception. Those people will be true to the end, and they are going to bring the goodness out in you, the good, and it's going to be that way consistently. Some down stuff will happen, but they still help you. They help you to grow in a positive way. The lower vibrational people are only bringing negativity out and continuing to bring negativity because they're using manipulation. Like I said, it could be sex. It can be, your weaknesses. They know how to tap into your weaknesses, addictions, whatever it is. They know exactly how to use that power to get to you. You just have to be strong enough to rise above it, especially if now you know you're worth more than that. Relationship is about give and take and balance, not take, or fakeness, or deception. It's about truth and love and helping each other to become the better version of themselves in a positive way. So I just want you to understand that. Again, like I said, today was very intense for me. I woke up this way. I just had this need to have to express this to all of you and let you understand that there is going to be some very intense energies around us, especially the ones who are really making changes and really want to end the old cycle and start the new cycle. All of those people around us that are holding us in that lower energy are going to come out of they're going to come out. They are going to come out, and they are going to come at you with every energy, ounce of energy that they have, and they will try everything in the book to get you not to change, not to leave, because they have become so codependent of you, okay? And you're taking that, you know, all of that power that they used, and you're saying, no, that's not helping me in any way. I'm moving away from you. I've had enough of your bullshit. More or less. To be blunt. It's like, enough is enough now, all right? It's like, how much more of my freaking soul are you going to take? You know, like, that's it. I need to retrieve back those lost fragments now. I need to work on me. I need to rise above all of this nonsense. And repeated cycles, because they've done nothing but hold me back. Yeah, we may have learned some lessons, but we refused to help ourselves because we felt like that's normal for us, especially if that's what we grew up in, you know, an environment like that, you know, where parents or relatives or use their power or manipulated or have deception or made us feel unworthy of nothing less. And sometimes we repeat that cycle and we become that as well. So like I said, a lot of those negative people may be because of what they went through in their lives, but they chose to stay in that dark energy, and they use that dark energy to control and manipulate, because that's the only thing that made them feel good, right? But that's not healthy for another person, the unknowing, the unaware person who is loving and caring and thinking this person is wonderful, you know, and all that person keeps doing is hurting them over and over. So pay attention. Like I said, pay attention to the stuff that's going on around you, the people that are going on, people around you who are going to stop at nothing to get what they want, especially when you are in the process of releasing that old way of being and improving and moving into the new you. And that means releasing all of that energy. That's going to freak them out, especially if they're very codependent. And most of the time they are. Okay? So pay attention to that. Don't let that stop you. Continue on this path, especially within the next couple of days. You really need to be true to yourself. You really need to see the truth in everything. And you need to be at a place where you're like, okay, I had enough. You need to surrender all of that. Ask for help. Ask for strength. Ask your guidance, your angels, God, whoever you believe in, to give you the strength to get through it. And they'll have your back. Guaranteed they will have your back. All right? You just have to trust it. You just have to believe it. Okay? Because again, you deserve the best of everything. You don't need to stay in a cycle that's just doing nothing but harming you and continuously losing fragments of your soul. All right? You need to bring back that stuff. You need to bring yourself back into alignment with yourself. And I promise, even though this is going to be a dark time and you're going to be faced with a lot of truths that you never wanted to look at before, whether it's a truth within yourself or truths about a person or situation around you, which is really going to mess with your head. It will. But just know it's because you're recognizing it and you're acknowledging it now that you're taking the first steps now to get rid of it so that you can move forward. And really, when you do that, that is unconditional love for you, because you're doing what's best for you now. And you may hurt that other person that's been causing all of that stuff, I'm sure. But you still have to do what's best for you. You have to be positive, and you have to allow yourself to be happy because you deserve it. All right, my lovely people. So like I said, I just needed to. This might be an intense video. I don't even know if I made myself clear. I think I did. I think I did a pretty damn good job. But again, it was something that needed to be expressed to all of you. So I wanted to pick a daily message for you today. So let's pull a daily message card and see what Spirit wants us to know. What does Spirit want us to know? What is the daily message for the collective, Spirit? What do you want the collective to know? You can't make this stuff up. Let me tell you, you can't make this stuff up. Probably can't see that, but I'll read it to you. So the daily message for today is thoughts. Thoughts. Today, I observe my internal voice echoing feelings, attitudes, and beliefs. Being aware of my thoughts is to be conscious of the reality I am creating now. Whoa, that's pretty intense, right? And it kind of goes hand in hand with what I was just talking to you about, really. We're creating a new life for ourselves. And that means we need to step away from that old way, those old cycles. Pay attention to how we're feeling, that inner voice, that intuition that's telling us we need to take care of this. We need to let go of these negative situations in our lives because it's time for us to move forward. You're going to feel it in your gut. You know it. You've been doing the work, the inner work. Now it's taking that step to remove, cut that stuff out of your life so it doesn't pull you back in. All right? Be strong. You can do it. You can do it. I promise you can do it. You're stronger than you think you are. Right? You just got to get rid of those past beliefs and conditioning and program that you were in your past. Like, you are stronger than you even know. So stand in that power. You know, stand in that power. No one can take that power away from you unless you allow them to. And that goes with any negative thoughts that come at you, ill intentions that come at you, spells and stupid things like that that people use. It can't work on you, and it's not going to affect you if you're in your power and you don't allow it. This is what taking our power is not allowing it. I do not allow you to treat me that way or talk to me that way. I am divine. And you cannot talk to me that way or make me feel that way. You cannot take my power away from me because it's mine and I have control of it. Step in your power, people. I'm telling you. Powerful. Powerful. All right, so I wanted to do one more card, and then I gotta stop because I have a client coming. I just get carried away. All right, so this is messages from your animal spirit guides. Okay, so let's see what I love to work with spirit animals. They're amazing. They come through with so many messages, and when I'm working on clients, spirit animals are always present in my sessions, and it's always a spirit animal that has a message for my client, for something they need to know at the time that I'm doing the session. And my own amazing spirit animals are the leopard and the lion, and leopard and tiger. Leopard and tiger are my spirit animals, and I love them to death. They're always working to help me and protect me. Spirit animals are amazing. They always have wonderful messages to tell us. So what does our animal spirit guides want us to know? What do you want us to know? What do you want the collective 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 to know? spirit animals, which spirit animal wants to show themselves today? What message do you have to share with the collective? Okay. All right, come on. Sorry about that. I wasn't guided to that card because it fell out. Okay. Alrighty then. Seriously, you cannot make this stuff up. Look at this. Cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. Oh my goodness. Like, really? You cannot make this stuff up. You really cannot make this stuff up. It's amazing. But I'm going to read it to you in more detail. Thank you, spirit animals. That really is an important message, and it really goes hand in hand in what we're talking about. Again, it's a lot of this is codependency. And we develop that trait of codependency because of past things in our lives. But we can stand on our own. And we don't need to be codependent of anyone. All right? So, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. It's so easy to slip into a comfortable dependency with anything or anyone, from simple dependencies that can be healthy and restorative, such as daily exercise, to destructive and hardcore dependencies, such as an addiction. Oh my goodness, this is like so on. Wow, Spirit, thank you. You may find yourself so totally hooked on another person, wow, that you lose yourself. Very true. Always turning to that individual to either make decisions for you or to validate your own. This can apply to organizations and institutions as well. Those dependencies that you are most familiar with are most likely born out of habit rather than conscious choice. Do you see that? They said it a lot. They explained it a lot more clearly, but that's exactly what I was telling you. To make truly autonomous decisions, don't get caught up in the polarities of being dependent or independent. Instead, make those choices from a place where you maintain your own authority and power. Yes, your own power. And accept 100% responsibility for those choices and their consequences. Okay, that's another big thing. You have to accept the consequences of those actions, of those choices. That's how karma is created, right? Because of those choices. The karma is the consequence. And that's what we need to clear through this cycle. We need to forgive ourselves. Not punish ourselves, but forgive ourselves. It's okay. We didn't know any better. Now is the time to review the people and things upon which you are excessively and habitually dependent. Wow. Damn. No wonder they were so intense with me today. Step back from them. Identify the areas where you need to make some adjustments and act accordingly. Practice setting boundaries, asking for what you want, and making decisions based on your own internal authority and autonomy. Wow. I'm speechless. Spirit is freaking amazing. And this just gives me that clarity that I needed. And now I know why I was so pushed to do this quick video. It wasn't planned. It was not planned. It was quick. It was something that I felt pushed. And I know and I recognize when Spirit wants me to do something, they will push me. And they will keep pushing me until I do it. So that is the end of this segment. I hope that I helped some of you understand what is going on, bring some clarity into your life. Again, if you want to reach out to me and send me a message, Reikibyisabella@gmail.com. Like, share, and subscribe. and have an amazing day. Remember, keep shining that light. Don't give up. You have more power than you know. And a lot of those old cycles were just habits and things that we were programmed to believe about ourselves. So now we are in a time of recreating ourselves, our lives. That is friggin' amazing when we can just step back and now recreate the life that we want, especially after all those experiences and lessons and clarity. Now we really know what we want and what we don't want, right? So you are the co-creator of your life. You always have been. But now you need to step in that power and create that life that you want, because you deserve it. You're freaking divine. You're beautiful. I love you. Have an amazing day.